Without a doubt, dogs are a man's best friend. They're the most adorable, heartwarming, and simply the cuddliest pets. Dogs are one of the best furry companions you will have, who will love you with their entire being. With such an overwhelming love comes a dog's lifelong attachment to you, and this gets expressed in the most literal sense. When you notice that your dog pretty much follows you everywhere you go. Do you ever wonder why this is so? Welcome to Cleverside. Stick around and you'll definitely find out the reasons behind your furry companion's shadowing behavior. Dog owners like yourself would understand that spending time with your fur kids is part of the everyday routine. But there are times when their demand for attention can become overwhelming, especially when they start to follow you around everywhere you go. There are actually a number of reasons behind this behavior, but they can be narrowed into 4 main factors. Here is why dogs follow you everywhere. Elaborating on this behavior, you first have to take into account your dog's animal instinct and the way that he or she follows the pack mentality. As experts have been stating, dogs, just like wolves, are pack animals, and they consider you a part of their pack. Of course, this doesn't mean you're required to howl every time there's a full moon. For them, this is what basically means to be part of a family. Now, moving further into the science of your dog's "I will follow you everywhere you go" behavior, the first factor is nature of imprinting. How young was your fur baby when you met? Was he or she a puppy, at least 3 weeks old? Did you just nod after having a flashback at how he or she was the cutest puppy your eyes had ever seen? Imprinting takes place from birth to 6 months, where your puppy starts to develop his or her dependence on you and sees you as their mother or an object of their trust. This is why dogs that were adopted as a puppy tend to be more attached to their human companions than dogs who were adopted at a later stage. Now that's deep. Moving on to the next factor, positive reinforcements. As your dog has thoroughly developed an existential bond with you, their habit of following you everywhere will also increase if certain positive reinforcements are being exercised. One of the ways that dogs communicate with you is by observing your actions. Did you just give him a treat for standing beside you? Do you play or cuddle with them whenever they are close to you? Do you do this consistently? Food and affection go hand in hand, as these are positive affirmations that your dog are eager to receive from you. So if you found yourself saying yes to each of those questions, know that you're sending a distinct communication to your furry lovable companion that you support their following behavior. We're halfway there, and things are about to get much more interesting as we go deeper in understanding your furry best friend. On to the third factor, sense of companionship. Whether you've gotten your dog as a pup or older, the process of domestication and natural selection has shaped these lovable 4-legged creatures to become your everyday companions. With the way that dogs are being accepted into this era's households, the bond they've formed with you has transformed into a deeper level of codependence, where their understanding of existence has become selfless and more of a duty to behold with you. With their norm being to have to be around you, their sense of adaptability is so strong that they truly feel the need to be with you as much as possible. You are their norm after all. For this final factor, we're moving on to a different branch of science. If factors 1 to 3 involve behavioral science, the fourth factor explores the reason behind genetics within specific breeds and traits. Dogs have been bred for centuries, and there are breeds that have existed much longer than others. For this final factor, there are actually dog breeds that have the tendency to be more attached to their owners, simply because it's ingrained to their very being. Take this as if your dog has a genetic calling. If your dog's breed can be traced to one of those working or herding groups that were bred to work alongside their human companions, then they are most likely to need to be with you every step of the way their ancestors have before them. Examples of these breeds are Belgian Malinois, Border Collies, German Shepherds, Alaskan Malamutes, St. Bernards, Rottweilers, Siberian Huskies, and so much more. The reasons we've broken down to you just now are the basics. A lot could still be discovered for your favorite pup, because just like you and me, they have their own individual traits that make up their existence and their actions. Ultimately, your pup's behavior is linked with how you treat them and what kind of environment they are in. Reversing the point of view and looking at things from your furry companion's perspective. As your dog is attached to you, understand that they look at you as you mean the world to them. Their focus is on you and the things you're giving him or her. That's where their dependence and adaptability are coming from. That's it for our Why Dogs Follow You Everywhere video. If you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we'll give you a treat. Haha! Let us know what you think about this video by commenting below.